Good afternoon. Today we will be beginning with our second chapter of civics, political science, that is the electoral process. Okay, how the election takes place. Now first we will study what do you mean by representation. Now this modern democracy is a representative democracy. Okay. Now suppose we say that in India we have got a democracy. Now all the population of India, all of them will take decisions. It is not possible. Okay. For example, in your classroom you have got one particular person known as the monitor or the representative who is going to speak on behalf of the entire class with the school principal or maybe the class teacher. Same way, on behalf of the population of India, on behalf of the Indian citizens, we make some representatives who are going to talk on our behalf and take the decisions on our behalf with the government. Now these representatives, how to select them? For that election is carried on. Okay, so that people can vote for their representatives. That is why elections, they play a very major role in the India's democracy. And always remember that election and representation, these are the important process in democracy. Now we know that people's representatives are selected through elections. If you want to select your representative, you have to do that by holding elections. And these elections are always taken care that they are held in a fair means, no partiality. And each political party gets an opportunity to rule. So each and every political party should get the opportunity to contest the elections. Now policies of the government and the life of the society keeps on changing, and that is why the representatives should be efficient, they should be honest, and they should be trustworthy, and that they should respect the opinion of the people. ये नहीं कि people have elected and made you the representative and you are not even consulting them what they want, what is their decision, taking your own decisions and running the government. The electoral process should always be free, fair and reliable. And in order to see that this happens, the Constitution of India has made many provisions for an independent election commission to administer the election process in India. Now who will take care that these elections are held in a fair way? For that we are having one Independent Election Commission of India, central level as well as state level. And what is the work of this commission? Just to see that elections are held in a proper way. And that is why it should not be biased with any political party. An independent election commission is made. It is not belonging to any political party. Otherwise Congress party will say that it belongs to BJP, so it is being unfair to us. BJP will say that it belongs to the Congress party, that those people are only made or elected or selected for that election commission. So what is done? This election commission is not taken from any political party. It is an independent body. And in India also the election commission is central to the process of elections. They control entire elections. What are their work? Right from declaring the date of the elections to the declaring the results. Okay, when the election is going to take place, when it is going to be held, declaring the date till the results are declared. Each and every work is carried out under the direction as well as control of the election commission. The state government or the central government have got no right in this. In the Indian Constitution, Article 324 has given the provision of establishing the autonomous body. Autonomous मतलब जो खुद self controlled है, उसको कोई भी control नहीं करता है. That means neither the Prime Minister nor the President, nobody can give any command or any order to the election commission. They are going to take their own decisions. They are not under the control of anyone. And this election commission consists of one chief election commissioner and 2 other commissioners. So these 3 people are the head. Now let's learn about our first election commissioner. Now Sukumar Sen, he was the first chief election commissioner after independence. In 1921, during the British rule, he was selected for the Indian Civil Services under the British rule. These are the exam, ICS. Okay? And then he was given the charge of the election commissioner after the election commission was established in 1950. So 1921 he had cleared his ICS exam and he had joined the civil services. That time British rule was there. But after independence, after our Republican was formed, Constitution was written in 1950, he was made the first election commissioner of India, Sukumar Sen. And he efficiently handled the responsibility of the election commission in extremely adverse conditions. What do you mean by extremely adverse? Very odd conditions, difficult conditions, because India had just got the freedom. This was the first elections, first time elections were going to be held. So naturally there was too much of confusion and the partition of India and Pakistan. So there were so many issues going on in the country, and amidst that, in between that, he had to take charge and hold the election.